Advanced SOC 2 mistakes even mature company makes. In last few years, even big companies like Zoom, Mailchimp and Okta, all SOC 2 certified companies have faced incidents that shook customer confidence. SOC 2 certification alone doesn't guarantee security or compliance maturity. In fact, 62% of companies fail their first SOC 2 audit, and nearly 45% of those are mid-size or enterprise-level organization, not startup. Why? Because most team focus on getting certified, not on building sustainable compliance. If you are preparing for SOC 2 audit or managing compliance year over year, this video is for you. Welcome to Vista Infosec, a global information security consulting, a CREST certified firm. Today we'll go over the 7 most common SOC 2 mistakes backed by real world data and how you can avoid them to protect your business and your reputation. First, treating SOC 2 as one-time project. SOC 2 is not a milestone, it's a maintenance program. Many companies approach it like one-time audio checklist and then go to their den for rest of the year. SOC 2 Type 2 audit evaluate how well your control operate consistently over 6 to 12 months, not just a single point in time. It is widely known that 71% of companies said maintaining compliance after certification is their biggest challenge. That's because short term fixes like rush policy, update, or temporary control don't last. Avoid it by building compliance into your day to day workflow like onboarding, access, control monitoring, scheduling, quarterly control review, automating evidence collection to stay audit ready all year. SOC 2 isn't one time event, it's a trust culture that never ends. Second, skipping the readiness assessment. Jumping straight into an audit without a readiness phase is like deploying untested code into production. A readiness assessment identifies missing policies, unclear control, ownership, and security gaps before the auditor points them out. Companies that perform readiness assessment had 40% fewer audit expectations and completed audit 25% faster than those that didn't. Common readiness finding includes outdated risk assessment, no access review process, missing employee training record, avoided by conducting a readiness review at least 2 to 3 months before the audit, fixing high risk control earlier, documenting accountability before auditor walks in, preparation prevent panic and expensive redemption later. Third, choosing the wrong scope of trust service criteria. SOC 2 offer 5 trust service criteria: security, availability, processing, integrity, confidentiality, and privacy. But more isn't always better. Each added criterion increase your audit complexity and cost, often by 20 to 30% per criterion. Many companies pick all 5 principles in their first audit just to look comprehensive only to end up overwhelmed. Avoid it by starting with security and 1 or 2 additional principles that fits your business model, expanding scope gradually as your internal process mature. For example, a SaaS provider may only need security and availability in year 1, adding confidentiality later as a customer contract evolve. SOC 2 should scale with your business, not suffocate it. Fourth, undefined ownership and responsibility. A SOC 2 program crosses multiple departments: IT, HR, legal, DevOps, finance. But when ownership isn't clear defined, compliance fall apart. The AICPA specifically expect clear accountability for every control. 80% of delayed audit were caused by missing control, ownership, or cross-functionality misalignment. Example, access review might be an IT responsibility but HR own employee termination workflow. If they don't coordinate access renewal, evidence will be incomplete. Avoided by assigning a SOC 2 project manager or a compliance lead. Creating a responsibility assignment matrix RACIA or for all controls. reviewing it quarterly, especially after team turnover. When everyone accountable, no one dropped the ball. Fifth, poor evidence management. SOC 2 audit depends on proof, not promises. Yet, poor evidence handling remains the number one pain point. 36% of audit delayed and 28% of failed audit were caused by missing consistent or disorganized evidence. Example, screenshot without timestamp or context, logs with missing audit trails, unapproved or outdated security policies avoided by centralizing your evidence in a single repository using GRC or automation tools, standardizing how evidence is named, dated, and stored, reviewing evidence quarterly instead of collecting it all right before the audit. If you can't find your evidence, your compliance doesn't exist. Sixth, ignoring vendor dependency. Your compliance chain extends to your third-party vendor, especially cloud provider, payment processor, and SaaS partner. Even giants like Tilo, Okta face major reputational hit in 2023 because of third-party security weakness that cascaded into their environment. In fact, Gartner estimated that 60% of SOC 2 audit expectation originate from vendor-related control failure, avoided by maintaining a vendor risk inventory, requesting SOC 2 report or a breach letter annually from a all critical vendor, reviewing each vendor expectation and ensuring compensating controls are in place. Your SOC 2 is only as strong as the weakest link in your vendor chain. Seventh, neglecting continuous monitoring. SOC 2 Type 2 requires proof of continuous control operation over time, not just a audit date, but after passing many companies relax. By the next audit, evidence is outdated, access review skipped, and control drifts. This led to recurring findings, increased auditor security, and even potential qualified opinion. According to Hyperproof's 2024 benchmark report, 52% of companies struggle to remain control monitoring between audits. Those with quarterly control review reported 30% shorter audit prep time, avoided by conducting quarterly or monthly review, automating alerting or control deviation, using dashboard to track ongoing compliance KPIs. Continuous monitoring turn compliance from a burden into a business advantage. Quick recap. Let's quickly recap 7 common SOC 2 mistakes that cost company time, money, and reputation. Treating SOC 2 as one-time project, skipping readiness assessment, choosing the wrong scope of trust principle, undefined ownership, poor evidence management, ignoring vendor dependency, neglecting continuous monitoring. Avoid these mistakes can cut audit costs up to 35%, reduce expectation by 40 to 50%, and improve audit timelines by 20 to 30%. That's not just good compliance, that's a good business. At Vista Infosec, we guided organizations across 30 countries through successful SOC 2 audit from gap assessment to full Type 2 attestation. If you're preparing for SOC 2 or want to strengthen your compliance operation, download our free SOC 2 readiness checklist in description below. Because SOC 2 isn't about passing an audit, it's about proving trust to your client, partner, and stakeholder every single day. If you found this video helpful and learned something new about SOC 2, give it a like. It really helps this content reach more security and compliance professionals like you. If your team or a client are preparing for SOC 2, share this video with them. You might just save someone from an audit failure. And if you want more expert insight on cybersecurity, data privacy, and compliance framework, subscribe to Vista Infosec YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next video. See you in the next video.